Purse.
I'm sure that the competitors of our next match probably got a rude awakening. Probably think that a previous match will last longer.
Right.
But we do have more one-on-one action set to come out in just a moment. A young man who, from what I have been told, has spent a significant amount of his time, dare say a decade or so, wrestling south of the border, all over in AAA, CMLL, Crash, you name it. Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana coming in with a lot of accolades and reputation behind him.
What? This one looking man here. I've seen him compete in a couple of matches over in Crash along with El Mariachi Loco and Cholo. So this man is no stranger to the style.
His opponent.
Well, even holding a Cruiserweight Championship for Black Mask Wrestling. He's going to have his hands full tonight. So the fans know who it is. I know who it is. Heck, let's get him out here. The crown jewel of Empire Wrestling Federation, Uptown Andy Brown.
Andy Brown, one of the all-time favorites here in Southern California. It's great every time you get a chance to see him do his thing. Looking forward to this. Andy Brown and Mr. Iguana should be a hell of a match.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the current holder of the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Heritage Heavyweight Championship. Of course, that title is not here or on the line. But that just shows just how successful this man has been lately. No stranger to gold, no stranger to winning, and no stranger to showing off for the crowd. And if you don't know what he's all about, well, let the song tell you. If you don't believe anything I told you, just sit back, relax, grab yourself a drink, and watch.
Following contest here, 1 round of 30-minute time limit. It's your semi-main event of the evening. Your referee, Cherokee Marcus. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my left, weighing in at 65 kilos, hailing from the land of Cesar Chavez and El Chapo, Culiacan, Mexico, the most fancy reptile in lucha libre, Mr. Iguana. Standing in the corner to my right, weighing in at 205 pounds, hailing from Avocado Heights, California. Sweeter than chocolate cake, but tougher than a $2 steak. He's the only man that rushed Area 51. He is Rick Knox's favorite wrestler. He's good. He's really good. No, wait, he's really, really good. As seen on PWG, he is a big epic deal. The last of a dying breed, Andy Brown.
You know, my big criticism on Andy Brown prior was the lack of confidence. And listening to that introduction that he just had Josh Shibata do, I'd say he doesn't have that problem anymore.
Oh, no. I don't think Apollo Creed's intro was that long. Well, this ought to be an outstanding contest, assuming that Andy Brown knows what the hell to...
He looks a little mystified by his reptilian opponent here.
Well, from the little bit of footage I have seen, Mr. Iguana is a very unorthodox wrestler.
I would expect that.
Head.
I myself have not even seen any footage, so I really don't know what to expect. So I'm pretty much in the same position as Andy Brown at this point. Wow.
That shows how quickly he can uncork a maneuver.
He's showing he can wrestle. It's not all about sticking his tongue out and acting like a lizard.
A cold-blooded individual is Mr. Iguana. Trying to see if he can get in the head of Uptown Andy Brown. And Andy Brown, no slouch in his own right. As I mentioned, the accolades that he has had earlier.
I didn't hear if it was announced during the match announcement, but Andy Brown looking to have maybe 25 pounds on Mr. Iguana here, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, he's got some poundage on him. He may not have the body of Adonis, but he definitely has the work rate to back it up.
And he's actually put on a lot of body mass over the last year or so.
Compared to how he looked a couple of years back, he's put on a lot of muscle.
He has.
And now ringing out the arm. Mahi's. No.
Wow.
I thought he was going to go for a Mahi's drop, but it was just a takedown.
Innovative arm drag there.
Brown trying to feel out his opponent, see what he's made of. Because to my knowledge, these two had never met in the ring before.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And bringing out the arm once again. Looking for a little ride with an arm drag takedown once again. Looks like Mr. Iguana's just playing around with Brown right now.
Pretty much at this point, it's been all Iguana. I mean, Andy Brown can't seem to get his bearing or get anything going at this point.
And Andy Brown, a great wrestler in his own right, and a proficient striker. And let's see. Looks like we're going to get a test of strength.
Yeah,
maybe.
Andy Brown, solid fundamentally. His background coming out of the School of Hard Knocks in San Bernardino can attest to that. He's won championships and a lot. Oh! Well, there you go.
I think the Iguana's dead. Oh, no, he's still very much alive.
I don't know if you've ever seen a dead lizard, but that's what they look like.
And a stiff shot. And now Mr. Iguana sent off. Flips right over Andy Brown.
Oh, watch out.
Oh! That frying pan light shot. Hey, look at that! Wow! Nice takedown by Mr. Iguana.
Look at that! Wow!
Springboard headbutt.
That was pretty awesome.
Mr. Iguana showing off with the AWS faithful. And Andy Brown in trouble.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a little.
He's got a hold of the middle rope. Brown is in trouble. No. He wiggled his way out of it.
Oh!
And it's good. It is all good. And Mr. Iguana had been knocked loopy.
Field goal, like kick.
Catches a chop to the chest.
You know, I have to admit, if I were Andy Brown, I'd be a little ticked. I mean, that guy just tried to power bomb me onto some chairs. That was a little uncalled for.
Well, just Mr. Iguana has, I guess, no regard for himself or his opponent. And I don't know if our cameras caught it or not. We can actually see Mr. Iguana smiling after he caught a couple of those shots. So I don't know if he enjoyed it or if it's...
I think it's just that weird lizard look. They always look like they're smiling no matter what.
Well, the fight spilled out on the outside of the ring again. Now,
as is prone to happen here at AWS.
Hard shots. He's smiling. Mr. Iguana is smiling once again. Trying to shake the cobwebs. So Andy Brown makes it around the corner. And streaks his boot across the face of Mr. Iguana.
Andy Brown enthusiastically asking the crowd who the man is.
Oh, they know who the man is.
He's showing them.
They know very well who the man is, but he just loves to hear it every single matchup, if not every single minute. Hell, if it was up to him, he would have a repetitive bloop of the fans just saying that he's the man, just to put him to sleep at night. And now Andy Brown, he was going to go for something. Mr. Iguana was about to get out of the corner. He doesn't know where he is right now. And here comes Brown once again. Oh, with a flying knee. Two double knees.
A little bit of mockery there.
And Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana gets rolled into the pin. Only a two. And Mr. Iguana needs to get back up onto his feet. I know he's been flopping around on his stomach quite a bit, but that's not going to get you a whole lot. Anything, he needs to make sure that he spends less amount of time on the mat as possible. And now Andy Brown firing with those forearms. Oh, nice slap to the chest. Oh, make it two. And off the ropes, Iguana. Oh! Iguana damn near gets put through the mat by Andy Brown. Two, no.
It was a valiant effort by Mr. Iguana to try to come out of that sequence on top, but right now Andy Brown's just a little too much. See, and that's the sort of thing that's going to possibly hurt Andy Brown in the long run. He didn't need to resort to tactics like that, but he did it to prove a point. Some people might view that as him just asserting his influence and trying to make a stand and show what type of a wrestler he is, gain some prominence, but in my opinion, it's just dirty wrestling he doesn't need to do.
Oh, he can go both ways if necessary, depending on the opponent. And he blocks. Mr. Iguana.
Whoa!
He blocks. Hey! That's your Nikatame. Cross arm breaker, now trying to stretch that elbow out of place. And into a head and arm triangle, maybe. One. Oh, wow. Look at the strength of Brown! Oh! He just dropped some back of his neck across the top turnbuckle. Brown catches a boot to the face, and all that did was piss him off. And Iguana up on the middle rope.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's stuck in the...
Oh!
Gets the super kick, and a powerbomb on Mr. Iguana. No. Flips his way out of it, and now Brown with a boot to the mush.
And it is all Andy Brown at this point. We might have a win.
Dude, hey, he kicked out.
Wow.
Mr. Iguana showing a lot of resilience here. And Andy Brown looks like he's starting to get frustrated.
I agree. I think he's getting a little bit frustrated here. I think he feels he should have put him away with that.
And that's the downfall of a lot of wrestlers that are in the dominant position, is losing your cool.
Correct.
Starting to make really dumb and small mistakes will eventually cost you your match. But Andy Brown is a very smart wrestler, and hopefully he doesn't go that route. And might try to go for that package pile driver.
Yeah, I've seen him win a lot of matches with that package pile driver.
Oh, no, he's not going for the package. He's got a... Where's the big power? No.
Nice counter by Mr. Iguana.
But Mr. Iguana's taking his eyes off the matchup again. Brown's got a hold of the left boot, and Mr. Iguana is in deep trouble. He's talking way too much trash right now.
He really is.
Oh! He catches a kick to the side of the head for his efforts. And Mr. Iguana in an electric chair position.
Wow!
Wow, look at that! It's
Wow.
a bulldog.
Innovative bulldog.
Yeah, 1, 2. No.
Oh.
That would have been a big upset.
It really would have been if Andy Brown would have stayed down for that.
And listen to the fans are slowly going into the corner of Mr. Iguana in his very first AWS match. Definitely showing off for the fans here, but can he uncork a win? And off the middle rope. No. And now Andy Brown uses the bottom rope to spring up for that knee to the face. Double under. No. Yeah, missed the hook. Backslide. No. And Andy Brown double underhook into a tiger bomb. Yeah. 1, 2, and no. And Iguana almost takes out the ref.
Andy Brown maybe has a little bit of a gripe there with Jeremy Marcus. A little slow on that count. Might have been a positioning thing.
And Mr. Iguana trying to get this crowd going, trying to get him on his side. And it's very weird with himself. And Andy Brown taking his mind off of the matchup again. It seems like he has a little bit of beef with Kenny Omega.
He's got a little bit of an over-concern with the audience members that he needs to avoid.
And throws him off of the cutter attempt. Kicks the hand off and down, an elbow to the face. Now Andy Brown sending Iguana into the corner, onto the middle ropes, and a moonsault. He caught his knees on the back of the head. What did Andy Brown still alive?
Scooped him right back up.
And he's got him up. Oh, a DDT. Oh my God, a DDT that was.
This might be it. Poor Andy. No, he kicked out.
What a great semi-main event we're seeing here for Summer 8-9. We don't believe in service charges.
Andy Brown getting a little sloppy there, and that almost cost him the match.
There's not even any gold on the line here. This is just for sheer pride. And now Andy Brown on the outside of the ring. Jeremy Marcus trying to get him back inside. What's Iguana doing? Iguana checking out Brown on the outside of the ring.
Do what you got to do.
Oh!
Nice. Oh, my God.
Leapfrog over Marcus, and a hurricanrana sends Brown head first into the ring post.
He might be out. I mean, that was top of the head.
Too.
Wow.
Oh. How the hell did he kick out of that?
I guarantee you that was just pure instinct. He just felt the two and kicked out automatically. Get in there, check him out, Jeremy. That was like a crack right on the top of his head into that steel pole, and that's a square-sided pole.
Never could have cracked his skull there. I mean, thankfully he's still moving, he's still conscious,
Yeah.
because that could have gotten very ugly. Well, Mr. Iguana has just shifted this matchup in his favor. Now with a front face lock. Oh, Brown count. Brown blocks it.
Again, that's a good sign, the wherewithal to block the suplex.
Now punches to the ribs.
Not seriously hurt, hopefully.
Looks close on Mr. Iguana. Roundhouse kick, and Brown is not phased at all. And ducks close line does Iguana off of the ropes, and a free fall drops him belly first onto the mat. And Brown knocks him out with that basement punch to the head. He's ready to put the cherry on the top of this ass whooping Sunday.
There it is.
That package pile driver.
Crunched him.
Good night, cold-blooded one.
Winner of the match, Andy Brown.
I won't call it an easy win, but it was a solid win for Andy Brown.
Good fight.